Hey all! My name is Lea and I'm the owner of this channel. And today I thought of filming a talking video and showing my face. And I recently got to 1K subscribers, thank you. And since then I was thinking of doing something like that, but it was a long time in the making because it's super awkward for me, and I did this intro like 10 times already, so I hope this works somehow. Anyways, today I thought of doing a redraw of my old art, and this is something that's not really that old, but something I really wanted to redraw and that I have access to because I recently moved. So yeah, I hope you like this, and if you have any suggestions of what else I could do on my channel, like some challenges or stuff like that, please let me know, and I hope you enjoy. Let's get to drawing. Okay, so the first step I usually do is I draw a sketch in Procreate. I used to use a lot of paper drawings. I drew in my notebook and then I didn't trace it, but tried to copy it on a watercolor paper, so it wasn't really identical to what I draw in my sketch, and usually the sketches look better than the final art, to me at least. So since I bought my iPad, I started doing the sketch in there, and I have a lot more control. Like I could cut out some parts, make them larger or smaller, or like make changes to composition that I can't do on paper. So I actually prefer doing it this way. So if you have an iPad, I suggest you try this. So yeah, this is a drawing I did almost 2 years ago, and this is when I started doing illustrations like a bit seriously. Before this, it was only a hobby of mine, and I was just like drawing in my free time. And this is when I started to like try and improve myself and think more about character design and a story behind the drawings I do. So yeah, this is like something that marks the beginning of my illustration career, because before this I was actually only doing contemporary art, like oil paintings and stuff like that. Like I used to paint the human figure a lot in my university because I finished applied painting, which is mostly based on like wall paintings. The applied part is like about the wall paintings and murals and mosaic and graffito and stuff like that. So that was actually what I specialized in. We didn't have design or anything related to how do I say, not commercial art, but design or illustration or anything related to art that is used in the industry. Yeah, so it has been 2 years since I've been working like a, let's say, full-time illustrator, and I've worked a lot while I was on my university. And yeah, sorry about my rambling, I'm still trying to get in the hang of this, and I hope this isn't so bad as I think it is. Yeah, so this is the part where I put the paper on my iPad and trace the drawing. I turn on guided access. I don't know if you know how to use that. You can just say, Siri, turn on guided access. It's the easiest for me. Or you can tap the turn on button 3 times and it will give you the option to select which part of the screen you want to be not affected by touch. So yeah, I turn this on and turn off the lights in my room, and then I trace the drawing with a colored pencil, usually the blue one, because it doesn't appear after when I scan it. Like, I don't mind it if it's visible. So yeah, I don't have much to say about this part of the process. I think everyone should try this because it gives you the option to trace exactly like the sketch you drew, and or like make smaller changes and use it like a light box. So I think it's really useful for this. So yeah, I suggest you try it if you have an iPad. Yeah, it's a really useful feature, and I started using it a lot in the past few months. It's a real time saver, and I know that time is really important. So let's go to the next part of this drawing. Okay, so this is the part where I start the painting, and yeah, I usually do flat colors and leave out the part where the lighting hits the most. So because with watercolor you have to preserve the white of the paper. I don't often use white pens or Posca pens. I started using them recently, but I don't really like to use them too much. Nor do I use a lot of masking fluid because sometimes it rips my paper, so I'm not a big fan of it. Yeah, so I usually do just the flat colors, and after that I do the shading and all the details, and in the end I do the line work with the colored pencils. And this is basically my process for every illustration. I like to mix my colors because I think that's the best part of watercolor, because you can blend two colors really easily and they look really nice, and they have this quality to them that's not like a perfect gradient. It has like some patches and blotches which for me look really nice. And yeah, so it's basically really simple. I wish to experiment a little bit and change up my process, but it's hard to get out of your comfort zone, as I think most of you know that. So, but yeah, I will try to do that. I'm doing a lot of schoolism classes in this year, and I hope to improve and change up my style a little bit. And yeah, so what I wanted to mention is that I'm actually making this drawing Draw This in Your Style, because I redrew my painting, so it would be fun if you redrew this one. So yeah, feel free to do your version of this little girl, witch, elf thingy. Yeah, I really hope you have fun with this one, and try also redrawing your old art. I think that would be fun also. This is my first time redrawing something I did, so I hope it goes well. And yeah, I hope I'm not rambling too much, so I won't talk anymore. Yeah, just enjoy the rest of the video, and I'll talk to you in the end. So this is the final part, which I mentioned, that I do with colored pencils. I think it's nice to have variation in color and line work, as you probably already know. Yeah, I like using Polychromos from Faber-Castell. I tried a lot of pencils, and I think these are the best quality ones that I can buy here in Serbia. So yeah, this is, I mean, it's quite simple actually. I just traced the line work, the blue line work I did in the beginning of the process and change up the colors a bit. So yeah, that's actually that. I really hope that you enjoyed this talking, rambling video, and I hope that it turns out okay. I think I said that like 10 times already, but yeah, I'm really happy that a lot of people are following my work and actually are interested in what I do. I think that's a bit crazy. I mean, in a really good way, because I never expected to have such a big following on Instagram and on YouTube too. So I'm not sure if I'm going to continue making a lot of videos like this, because it really stresses me out, and I was procrastinating on this too much, and it took me too long to do this video, and usually I can do like one video a week if I don't do these kinds of videos. So in the future I'm going to do maybe one video a month like this, and the other ones are just going to be normal speed paints, like I used to do. So when I have something to say, I will probably do a video like this. So yeah, please redraw this if you want, and I hope you enjoyed this video. And yeah, bye guys.